background on Odor, and then we can get more into what his role could be with the Padres. Second baseman, that's his primary position. That's what he played with Baltimore last season. 13 home runs, 135 games played. And I think he's going to get a lot of playing time in spring. Going to get a chance. Just like Jackson Merrill's going to get playing time. He's not going to make the roster, but he's going to get a lot of playing time because Kim is gone. Bogarts is gone. Manny is gone. Nelson Cruz is gone. Right? Juan Soto is gone. I know he's not an infielder, but Brandon Dixon could play some outfield in that spot, which would allow Odor to play infield. That's another spot that opens up on the infield that Dixon would be using, right? If Soto wasn't gone, right? Dixon's been playing the outfield a little bit already in spring training games, so you could see that. Odor, he is going to be competing with Brandon Dixon for the bench infield spot, but he's also going to be competing with Jose Azocar, David Dahl, Adam Engel. You can maybe throw Matthew Batten in there, right? Taylor Colway, I guess you could throw in there. But I think he's really competing. It's pretty much like 5 guys for 3 spots. That's kind of what I'm thinking, like including the starting outfield spot. So bench infielder, bench outfielder, starting outfielder. Yeah, 3 spots. What they could do, right now I feel like what they would do is have Dixon make the roster, Odor not make the roster. Maybe he goes to El Paso, but Dixon make the roster as the infielder, and he could play outfield. I think that gives him an edge here. Dahl makes the roster, and Engel makes the roster. Assuming Engel's going to be healthy, he'll be able to run, and he'll be back to normal by opening day. Azocar has a chance. He's off to a good start, but Engel is the one with the major league contract. I think Azocar can be optioned still, where Engel, he has the major league deal. So I think it'll be Dahl. Those 3 guys I think will make it as of now. Dahl, Engel, and Dixon. But things could change. Like the Padres, they could, let's say Odor has this amazing spring training, and they decide to go with Odor as a bench infielder, left-handed bat, can play second, can play third, can DH, worst case scenario, right? If an injury happens or 2. Have him make the roster, have Dixon make the roster because he can play outfield and infield, and then have Engel or Dahl make the roster. And the other doesn't. Maybe they have Engel make the roster, or maybe they'd have Engel not make the roster and they just allow him to go to another team. I think that's what it would be, or they trade him or something, or he accepts the outright to El Paso. I think Engel makes the roster, but I'm just trying to throw around different scenarios of how the Padres might go about this. I don't know how much the Padres are going to be putting in the spring training performances, putting into them. Like if Azocar has this amazing spring training, they're going to put him on the roster over Adam Engel, who has the major league contract. Or let's say Odor has an amazing spring training, they're going to have him on the roster over Engel with the major league contract. I don't know about that. And those are 2 different positions, but I'm just saying, like, how much value are the Padres putting in spring performance? They're not putting any value probably in Manny's spring performance because he's on the roster, right? Soto, all the big guys, right? They're on the roster. But for the bench pieces, at the start of the year, are they just taking the guys that are the hottest right now, and then when they cool off, then they'll bring up some other guys? Or are they taking the guys that have the major league experience, Engel and Dahl, and Odor in the infield? He has more experience than Dixon.